Same Mass, same moment, but two completely different prayers. This moment is called the Offertory, and in 1969, its wording changed completely. Today, I'm comparing both versions, line by line, so you can hear the difference yourself. Let's start with the older version, the Tridentine Offertory. When the priest presents the bread, he prays for something very specific. He asks that this offering be accepted as a spotless sacrifice. He offers it for his own sins and imperfections. He also offers it for everyone present, both living and dead. Notice that language closely. Sacrifice, sin, atonement. This connects the bread directly to future consecration before it even happens. Then comes the wine. The priest prays that it rises up like a sweet fragrance for salvation for the whole world. Again, strong sacrificial language appears immediately. The offering is already being described as something that saves. Now let's look at the Novus Ordo version, introduced in 1969, still used today. When the bread is presented, the priest says a different kind of blessing. It's based on ancient Jewish table blessing traditions. He calls it fruit of the earth and work of human hands. He asks that it becomes the bread of life. The tone shifts here. It sounds more like gratitude for creation. It sounds less like sacrifice for sin. The wine prayer follows a similar pattern. Fruit of the vine, work of human hands, becoming our spiritual drink. So here's the real question people are asking. Is this simply updated language for the same idea? Or is something theologically different being expressed? Traditionalist Catholics generally argue it's the second option. Here's their reasoning, step by step. In the Tridentine prayers, sacrificial language appears immediately. Sin, offense, atonement, these words show up before consecration even starts. In the Novus Ordo prayers, that specific language mostly disappears at this stage. The focus shifts toward thanksgiving for gifts from creation. Traditionalists argue this reflects a broader shift, away from repeated sacrifice for sin, and toward communal thanksgiving instead. It's important to stay precise here. The Novus Ordo Mass still includes sacrificial theology. That language returns clearly later, during the Eucharistic prayer itself. Catholic teaching affirms that the Mass remains a true sacrifice in both forms. The disagreement isn't about whether sacrifice exists in the Novus Ordo. It's about where that language appears and how strongly it's emphasized this early in the liturgy. Supporters of the Novus Ordo often argue the newer wording connects more naturally to the Last Supper. They also point out it mirrors ancient Jewish prayers Jesus himself likely used. Supporters of the Tridentine version argue, removing sacrificial language, this early weakens the connection to what follows. Both sides are reading the exact same text. They simply place different weight on what was kept and what was changed. This is exactly why these offertory prayers became such a specific argument inside liturgical discussions. Not vague nostalgia, an actual, detailed textual comparison. So here's what I want to know from you. When you compare both versions, does the meaning feel the same? Or does this wording shift feel like a real theological change to you? Tell me your honest take in the comments. I'd love to see this discussed with real reasoning, not just quick reactions. And if breakdowns like this interest you, stay close. There's a lot more coming.